guys, and welcome back to a whole new video. And in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make my favorite dish. Yep, you heard right. I'm going to be sharing a recipe with you. Well, one of my favorite recipes. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make yellow rice, Spanish creamed prawns, and a delicious, beautiful garden salad with a homemade vinaigrette. Now this dish is one of those dishes that you can make to surprise babe. Let's say if you want to have a whole date night but at your home and you want to have a whole restaurant type of cuisine to feast on, this is one of these dishes. So let's jump right into it. I'm just gonna start off with my rice first because as we know, seafood is the fastest dish to cook. So it doesn't require too much time on the stove. But because rice needs to steam a bit more, needs more attention or more time, I'm going to start off first with my rice. And the first thing I'm going to go in with is some oil. Now real quick, I'm just going to talk about the ingredients I'm going to be using in this dish. It's very simple ingredients. I have some coriander here with the stem as well. I have some onions. I have a Maggi cube. I have the most important ingredient, which is turmeric powder. I have some complete seasoning here, and I have a little bit of sorry, not a little bit. I have a whole thing of salt here, but I'm going to use the salt to taste. So I'm not going to start put a whole lot of salt in there. I also have my garlic paste. Now I showed you guys how to make this garlic paste in a previous video. If you haven't seen that video yet, please go and check it out. This is just garlic, so it saves time for mincing up garlic to throw into the rice. And I also have my sazon verde, which is green seasoning, and I also have how to make this in a previous video. So please go and check that out so you can have these seasonings on hand. So I've turned down the heat and I'm just gonna go in with the onions, the coriander, really hot, Maggi cubes, garlic paste. Look at that paste, guys. Look at that. Ooh, beautiful. I'm also gonna go in with my sazon verde, which is green seasoning. When I tell you everything is in here, onions, garlic, celery, green onions, bell peppers, rosemary. Please go and check out that video, guys. So I'm just gonna mix this up. Oh my god, in here smells so good. Look at that. Can you imagine the flavor this rice is gonna have with all of that happening right there? Guys, if you have green onion, please add it to your pot. One stalk is fine. Green onion is part of the recipe, but I don't have any on hand at the moment. So I do recommend, if you have green onion, go ahead and add that in. So I'm just gonna go in with some of my Badia complete seasoning. Just gonna shake that off in there just a bit. Now the thing is with the yellow rice, I like to get a lot of flavor in the rice as possible, season it up. I'm gonna go in with some coriander. This is about half a tablespoon or a bit more than half. And just add it to that. And just cook this up. It smells so good in here. Now a little bit about rice, because some of you were asking me about the measurements in rice. So basically, for every 1 cup of rice, you want to add 1 cup and a half of water. So for example, today I have 2 cups of rice here already washed, and to this I'll be adding 3 cups of water. So I'm just gonna go in with the water for the rice. I'm gonna turn the heat up a bit more. Look at that yellow. So this is the color that your rice is gonna have at the end. And I also advise you guys to go in and taste it. You know, you wanna know what this liquid is tasting like, because what this broth tastes like is what your rice is gonna taste like. Just gonna go in with the rice. Empty all of this rice out in here. go. Can you see the color that this rice is gonna have? Man, when I tell you, I love this recipe. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this rice cook, and then I'm gonna let the water dry up. Put it down on fire. Put it down on low fire. Oh God, always stuttering. Put it down on low heat and cover it and let the rice steam. Now for the second dish off of this menu, I'm gonna start making the Spanish creamed prawns. And before I jump into that, I just want to go over some of the ingredients I'm going to be using in this recipe. Now I have my prawns here. They've already been deveined, peeled, washed, and I've seasoned it very lightly. Seafood, you don't want to over season it. You just want to season it very lightly with 1 or 2 simple seasonings that you have in your pantry. And I've had this marinating for about 20 minutes. I also have some single cream. I have some single cream. I have some butter, any kind of butter will work. I also have some oil. I have some black pepper. And I have my garlic paste that I made the other day. And I have my green seasoning that I also made the other day. And the very important ingredient for this recipe is my sazon Goya con cilantro y achote. This is a Spanish seasoning. You can get this off of Amazon. You want to cook prawns and on low heat, because if the heat is too high, it's gonna cook it too quickly and you're gonna end up with these tough, rough, hard to chew prawns, and you don't want that. You want your prawns to be very soft and moist and juicy. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of oil. The oil that I use is just regular vegetable oil. I'm gonna go in with some butter. Ooh, I love to hear that noise when things start to cook. I'm also gonna go in with my green seasoning blend. I'm also gonna add my garlic paste. Get this going. I'm gonna put the heat down a bit more. Now when you're making this dish, you wanna move quick, because everything is gonna cook so quick. You don't want to take your eyes off of nothing. You don't want to stop stirring. So I think I'm gonna go into with a little bit of my bell pepper blend. Now, if you watched my other video, my previous video, sorry, you will see how I made this bell pepper blend. So what I'm gonna do now is just add the prawns. My fire is on low heat and I want to spread this out evenly across the pan, because I want everything to cook evenly, all the prawns to cook evenly. Now this is a dish that I love to make with jumbo prawns, but that was not available. So I had to settle for these little baby prawns, but they'll do just as great. And then I'm just turning the heat up a bit here. The other thing that I like to do with my prawns, I like to slit the back, and that will just butterfly the prawns a bit more, and it looks so much prettier on the plate. It'll make the plate more fuller, like there's a lot of prawns on there. So that's doing its thing. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of fresh black pepper. So what I'm looking for here is just for the prawns to start to get a little bit pinky before I go in with the single cream. Now single cream is a cream that you want to cook on low heat, and you don't want to cook it for too long, because single cream likes to claw up. And then I like to tin it out with a little bit of water and then bring it to a simmer so it can thicken back up. I find doing that helps it from clotting up as well. So I'm going to go in now with the single cream. Yep. I'm going to go in now as well with the water, just to tin it out a bit. These prawns are going to be so good, guys. I'm just going to turn the heat up a bit more. I have some seasoning on my spoon, so nothing goes to waste. Get all of that in there. And what's gonna happen now, I'm gonna start opening my little seasoning packet. You can get, if you're in the UK, you can get this on Amazon. If you're back home in the Caribbean, then you guys know where you can get this. So I'm just gonna go in with some of my, it's orange, and it just gives the prawns and the sauce a beautiful, look at that. Whew. When I tell you, this is gonna be so beautiful on the plate next to that yellow rice and that garden salad that I'm gonna make with the homemade vinaigrette. And when I tell you, this dish is a smash for making it for your significant other, even for a dinner party. Go ahead and treat yourself, even if you need to sit down and eat this on your own. So I just like to gradually add the sachet until I get the desired color that I'm looking for. I think that's fine. I'm not gonna make it any deeper than that. So what's gonna happen, I'm just gonna turn the heat off, and this is actually done. Cream prawns are done. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to make this very simple vinaigrette to go with your salad. This vinaigrette, you can use it for any type of salad. It's very simple, and I'm guaranteed that you have all of the ingredients that you need already in your house. So you're going to start off with some onions. I'm using shallots today. So I'm just going to get the shallots in here, separate them from each other. Get all of the shallots into this bowl. The next ingredient that you're gonna need is some black pepper and some salt. Just gonna go in here with fresh grated black pepper. Gonna go in with the salt. And lastly, some vinegar. Now you can use lemon instead of vinegar, but I prefer the way vinegar tastes over lemon in the simple vinaigrette. I'm just gonna get a spoon and just press into the onions. The next ingredient you're going to add to this is oil. Any type of oil will do as well. There you go. Mix all of that in together. So this is something that you definitely can make beforehand and put to the side to rest. You can actually you can also add this to a bottle. This is a great vinaigrette that you can just keep on hand. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start building the salad. So I have some green leaves here that I've already washed. So to this, I'm gonna add my avocado. Now let me tell you, avocado and prawns, perfect together. Now this avocado is so ready and ripe. Oh God, I can just eat it on its own without the salad. Now I think I'm just gonna add some more avocado to this. How you know when your avocado is ready is when you can press into it and it just holds the shape of your finger, like the dent just stays there. As this avocado, it's getting there. Maybe one more day and it will be ready. I'm sure it's ready now anyway. So I'm just gonna get the seed out of this, cube it up in the skin, just like that, and just cut it out. So this is the beautiful garden salad, sorry. You can go ahead and just add some baby tomatoes to this. I'm gonna go in with this lovely vinaigrette. Just like that. You can go in with some bell peppers, just to give it some more color. And there you have it, ready to go on your plate.